Unlearn Living welcomes you to this series of discussions called Universe, which covers a wide range of topics that are directly part of world, your life, my life, our universe. The founder of Unlearn Living, Shri Kuldeep Kalavar, is here with us and he will introduce us to these concepts that can simplify our daily life and living. Over a period of 50 years, he has been learning, teaching, and guiding several individuals in their personal, professional, and social life. And through his deep knowledge of the ancient Vedanta wisdom, as well as knowledge from these modern life serving books like Conversations with God and A Course in Miracles, he has put together all his knowledge to create a course in living, and this is conducted via his website online. We will get to that towards the end of the conversation and I'll tell you more. And so do stay on and let's take on the first topic this morning. What is this game of life? Why do we call life a game?
You've asked two questions in one sentence: life and game. To a normal person, they're two different things. Life is something else, and game is something else. It's actually the same, both of them are the same. So, before we start answering this question, first let us understand the topic that we understand, that is, game. As far as a game is concerned, unless and until you understand the game, you understand its rules, regulations, the manner in which it is to be played, what are the guidelines in playing it, what are the limits beyond which you cannot go. Unless and until you understand all those aspects of a particular game, you cannot really enjoy it, because especially if you are supposed to play it, you will have to know everything about the game. You'll have to know the fundamentals of the game. It's only then that you can first play it and then you can enjoy it. So let's understand, let's go into a bit of depth as far as the game aspect is concerned. First of all, why do you pay to attend a game? You go because you want to enjoy the game. The reason for your going, the reason for your paying is because you love to enjoy the game. Let's understand, every game has rules and regulations. You have to first, if you need to enjoy the game, if you want to enjoy the game, you will have to understand the basic format of the game. What is it that this game is, players in the game are going to be doing? So you always know that in a game there will always be two sides, and one side will be constantly challenging, throwing challenges at the other side. So this is very clear that there will be always two sides, one opposing the other, and each one tries to out challenge the other and win the game. So this is the first point. Second is, you are going there, you know in advance that one of the parties playing the game is going to lose the game. You know the result in advance, that one will win and another will lose. So you're not going there for the result, you're going there to enjoy the game. What is this enjoyment you get in the playing of these challenges which are thrown at each other? You enjoy that process of challenges, which is what gives you the enjoyment, and that is what you're going to pay for. You know in advance all these aspects, that there will be a one, there will be a loss, or there will be a gain. Very clear. But you're not going because of the result which you know in advance. You're going there because you want to know how they played the game, what were the challenges used, and the manner in which they tackled those challenges. That whole enjoyment of the game is in that process of playing the game. Similarly, it's the same situation in life. We are playing games every day in life, but we do not know the rules of life. We do not know the regulations of life. We do not know the boundaries beyond which we should not go. Now, if you play a game without understanding anything about the game, how do you expect to, first of all, enjoy the game if you don't know anything about it? And secondly, how can you be successful in a game if you don't know anything about it? So that's why I say life is a game. We can discuss this in further detail, one by one, go step by step.
So, if you could tell us more, a little bit more about uh, what life is about, and you know,
Yeah.
take that just one step forward.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
take, you consider life to be from the moment you wake till the moment you close your eyes. First of all, let's be very clear. Life, that particular period when you are awake, is 10 or 12 or 14 hours, depending on how much you work. Your life is not only 12 or 14 hours, your life is actually 24 hours. You have no idea what happens in the balance hours that you're not awake. So, first of all, life is not just your waking state. There are two states more beyond that which you have no idea about. Point number one. Point number two, all so total life consists of three states. You're aware only of your waking state. There is a state beyond the waking which is called the dreaming state. And there is a particular state beyond the dreaming state which is called a deep sleep state. So these are the three states. You are aware only of your waking state. You are not aware of your dream state. What actually is this dream state? What happens in the dream state? You have no idea. In your deep sleep state, you have no idea about that at all. So it is necessary to know, if you want to understand life, you have to understand all these three aspects, because each one of them is a contributor to your life. If you do work for 10, 12 hours, you definitely require good sleep.
Yeah.
Now, if your sleep is a dream filled sleep, there can be two types of dreams: pleasant dreams, traumatic dreams. If you have traumatic dreams, you will not be able to work efficiently when you're awake, because you've not been able to make up your sleep. Your body needs rest, your mind needs rest. So, if you do not know why you're not able to sleep, you have a problem in your waking state. So, a problem in any one of these three states, or any one of these three states, affects your life, affects your ability to think. So, be clear that it is 24 hours which constitutes your life, of which you are aware of only 10 or 12 hours. This is the first aspect you should understand. Even in the waking state, if you are a little observant, you will find your waking state is split into three worlds which you are aware of. And there is a fourth world which you are not aware of. Actually, you are operating your life in four specific fields, I would say. Game field, I would say fields. There are, it's like having four stadiums where a separate game is being played each day. So in one stadium, that's your professional working area. So in one stadium, that's where you have trained yourself as a professional. So you always have a situation where somebody comes and throws a challenge at you in your profession. Now, if your fundamentals of your profession are strong, you don't call it a problem. You call it a challenge, because it challenges your knowledge which you have trained yourself to handle. And if you're able to handle it, you feel happy that I'm able to handle it. So most people are very successful in their profession. In that particular activity, in the profession, they're happy. In fact, you will find they are more happy in their profession than in their life. They may be very successful in their profession, but they may be miserable in their personal life, because in the other three stadiums, there are actually four stadiums, of which I'm talking three, because you're
Yeah.
conscious of only three. The second is your social. There's a stadium where you play social games. And each one of those, in your profession, you have a certain code of conduct, you have certain rules of behavior, you have a certain dress code, there is certain I would say, etiquette to be maintained in your profession. In social, in the social stadium where you live your social life, there's a certain way you dress for a specific occasion. If it's a wedding, if it's just a party, if it's something. So depending on the type of activity, you dress accordingly. It's understood that you need to dress accordingly. There's also a code of conduct in the manner in which you talk. Of course, in society, it's less formal than in the office, but there you are certain within certain boundaries you behave and you interact, etc. So there is an etiquette code, etc. There is a third stadium, which is your domestic stadium, your home. Here, the rules of the office don't apply. The rules of social life don't apply here because that is outside your home. Inside your home is a totally different set of rules and regulations. And remember, each stadium plays an important role in your life. Your work, your profession provides you with an income by which you can live, it gets you money. So, the goal of your going to that particular area of work in your waking state contributes funds for you to maintain a certain standard of living. Your social life is very deeply connected, also intimately connected with your profession. If you're a successful professional, you are wanted by society. They want you to share your experiences. They want to be friends with you because you are an icon for them. And they would love to have your company, etc. So if you're successful in your profession, you find in society, even if you don't want it, they get you. So these are the two. The moment you step inside the door of your house, the outside world, these two worlds are out of touch with that. Here is where you are with your loved ones. There are no face masks here. You have to be your normal self because the moment, whatever be your designation, whatever be your popularity, your bank account, whatever may be your situation, as far as the home is concerned, everything just drops off the moment you come inside your house. Here, you have a beautiful opportunity to shed all the tensions, all the concerns of any of these two worlds.
Yeah.
And you can share and care with your loved ones. And in the process of doing that, your tension levels, by your sharing, caring, etc., and the interaction with your loved ones, your tension levels, it's an oasis, I would say. At the end of the day, your home is your oasis where you can just relax and chill and
Yeah.
allow the tension of the day to just disappear. Again, in the office, it's a game where one your customer or your client throws a challenge at you, you resolve it. So it's a game of profession. It's commerce, basically. In social life, it's a game of friendships and relationships, which are more formalized relationships, I would say, because there are certain limits. At home, it is really relationships, bare relationships. Here is where the beauty of life unfolds. The enjoyment of life unfolds in the domestic area because without a relationship, you cannot live life. Can you imagine having no friend, no person
Family.
you can confide,
Yeah.
no person with whom you can share your grief, your joy? Imagine that situation. Can you live life like that?
No.
You may have all the money in the world, but you may have all the friends also. Many of those friends are there because you are very popular, you're well known, you have money, you have everything. But within you, you feel that loneliness because there's hardly anybody you can confide in. Whom do you share your worries with, your anxieties with? The home is the place where you can do that. Most people who are unable to have relationships, invariably at least keep an animal or a pet with whom they can share.
Yeah.
So So that's what happens. The home is a different field altogether. It's a world altogether which is different. And then you have a deeply personal world, which is your own world, the world in your mind, which is the most important, because that is what is the most troublesome and the most, I would say, difficult to handle. So once you understand these four worlds, that the professional world is what you have trained yourself, but you have not trained yourself for any of the other three worlds: your social world, your domestic world, your deeply personal world. All of them are different. They have different rules and regulations, and they need to be handled with extreme care, because they can make or break your life.
Yeah. Wow, you explained this so beautifully. Thank you so much, sir. So, if you like what you're listening to in this series, do hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well. And it would be great if you could also put in your comments and your thoughts. Maybe we will take it up in the next few episodes. If you're curious about this subject that Sir is talking about and the way he explains it so beautifully, you can visit our website www.unlearnliving.in, and you'll find a lot of information there about what we do and what Sir does and how he teaches. And if these subjects are really something that vibe with you really well, maybe it's time you should register for the level 1 course, which happens once a month. So just visit the website, hit the register button, and you can join us. And Sir will be able to take you via a step-by-step approach and introduce all these concepts and rules and regulations of life that he is talking about. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And we look forward to the next discussion really soon.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.